All right, we are gonna get started, but before we get started, so I have a question, couple of questions. How? Ouch. Need a massage now. How did it go yesterday in the review? So you would, you guys didn't were not there, right, in the review yesterday? Online students, how did the review go?
I thought it was pretty good.
Okay. They were tired. Let me tell you, they had 4 hours. What's that?
I need more practice.
It's like it's simple, right? You cannot expect a good score when you know yourself you have not put in the effort. That's what I've been telling them. It's not a magic pill. It's something you got to put in effort. But if you put in the effort, everything seems easy. When you guys play sports, right? When you've been working out and you've been practicing, everything seems to go in your favor. When you don't work out, somehow things will go against you. Luck doesn't even favor you at the time. So, and you start wondering, everybody's so lucky except me. Of course you are because you didn't put in the effort. So, um, do you have any questions for the April 17th test? And how many of you are face to face are taking on April 17th? You're taking one. Okay, only one. How about online students? Anybody taking the April 17th?
I am.
I am.
I believe I am.
I am.
Yeah.
I got a question. Is there only one April ACT this year?
Yeah, there's only one April test always, but some schools do their own test in April, and that can be an online actually nowadays. See, we just found out that one of our students and the other group is taking the school test, and it's completely online, and they are not happy. So if you get a choice, I wouldn't take the online. So that's that's my stance. But funniest thing is our first perfect 36 was an online test. So weird. Yeah. Any questions you have for the 17th test? And if you're a junior, including today, you till next Thursday, you guys need to be studying at least 2 hours a day. With Friday complete rest. Complete rest. Because Friday should be a day just to relax, maybe review the formulas, the grammar rules, and stuff like that. But go to bed early and stuff like that. And I'll be sending all that list to you guys in the GroupMe app. But you really need to take this seriously. What you put in is what you get out. So be disciplined in your planning and execution. Okay, anything else you guys want to ask? Were you guys surprised about the test yesterday? Was it difficult, easy?
I'm really surprised on most of the aspects because I knew it was, it's no walk in the park.
Yeah, it was not in the especially science. I was surprised many didn't do well, and of course it was long day. That so you can see that's exactly how it feels, right? In the real test, that's exactly how it feels. So you guys have
I
to
thought it was
practice.
pretty difficult just getting used to the time limits and that sort of stuff.
Oh,
Like, obviously, I'm used to it, but, like, still gets to me.
the average they say is 5 full practice tests. That's what they say. That will get you prepared. 5, yeah.
Besides just taking practice tests, are there any ways you can like finish before time or like on time?
I don't understand the question.
Like, is there anything else you can do to like read faster or comprehend it faster?
Not in reading and science.
Just practice it.
Practice. In English and math, it's simple. Know your grammar rules, know your formulas, so you don't think about. And I've seen people look at the sky and in the ceiling. There's nothing there. Like don't make faces. I've seen people in the testing center. No, there's nothing up there. Either you know it or you don't know it. Just move on to the next question. But don't pretend nobody's watching you. Just move on. But in reading and science, it's strictly practice. Your body, there is something called muscle memory, right? Your body has to have the muscle memory to know how to read, how to comprehend. So, and one thing with reading I've seen is, and strictly I go back to school teaching. So if you had a good school elementary teacher who cared about your reading, I've seen they tend to read better and have done well in reading. I don't know why, but there's a strong correlation between elementary ed teaching, reading teacher, and your ACT reading scores. The rest is all you, but reading I've seen there's a pretty big correlation. I had a student used to sit here in this first.
Speed reading work.
What's that?
Speed reading helpful. Speed reading, like if you take a paragraph, try to speed
Yeah,
read it.
that's called accelerated reading, right? The AR points. So the accelerated reading is so important, and just not reading. Reading. What's the next word? Comprehension. You have to understand what you read. So let me tell you what they did in India. Still today is one of the best ideas. So they were supposed to you were supposed to read for half an hour. Okay. Sometimes it was 1 hour, sometimes 10 minutes, but 30 minutes was the average. You read for 30 minutes, then you write a one-page summary of what you read in 10 minutes. And then you're graded on what you wrote. Right? You're caught, right? If you have not read properly, you have not written, you won't write good, right? So you have to be very focused, and you do not know what the question they're going to ask you to write after that reading is done. So 30 minutes you read, right? Then they give you a question. One prompt, write about this. And if you're not read about it, you're gone. So that's pretty good strategy, actually. So accelerated reading has to be done in elementary education. So if you know anybody, tell them that reading should start in elementary education, K through, I would say K through 4 for sure. K through 6 is stretching a little bit. After 6th grade, nothing happens. After 6th grade, your scores in reading, in terms of accelerated reading, doesn't change because you have now, your brain has trained itself to do whatever it wants to. So even the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, I worked for them for 3 years, and they said magic happens till 3rd grade. And the next step is 6th grade. After that, it's just constant. So they say intelligence can grow till 6th grade. Intelligence. All right. Any other question? More you ask, more we can discuss, more we can find some solutions.
I had a question. How do you improve in like your science score?
Yeah, I've been getting this question from since yesterday's thing. Well, obvious answer, you know what I'm going to say. Is to practice. But here's the key thing what I'm going to say. When you take the practice as just a science test, you may end up doing well because you're just doing the science test, right? You're fresh and stuff like that. But when you do the full test, and science being the last, and you're not used to it, then you really start to feel. So, at a great example, he lives actually a couple blocks from here, one of my students for a long time. He used to take his practice science test, like just a science test, like what you're asking, and used to get around 29:30, consistently, I'm telling you. Then he took the real full practice test, and his science was a 21. And he got it 21 3 times. Because what he was not practicing was the full practice test and how he felt under science after 4 hours of doing other things. You guys, you see what I'm saying? I'm forgetting the word. What's the word they use in workouts? Burnout? Right? Burnout, right? So when you do the weights and then the last one, you're really pushing it, and it's like everything is aching. Why it's called burnout? That's the maximum you've reached, right? So if you have no burnout and just doing a couple of pushes, you're fine. You feel good about it. Yeah, it's easy. But doing that last one really hurts. Same with science. First thing is that one. Is to do the full practice test, okay? But every time you cannot take a full practice test, I do understand, because you have no time to do 4-hour test. So how do when I do one-on-one prep, right? I do quite a bit of one-on-one prep. So let's this is how we prep students on one-on-ones. So they come from school, right? Usually two things are, when you come back to school, from school, two things will happen. You're hungry and tired. Common sense, right? So when they come, so I know the parent, I've talked to the parent already. So they come home on a Tuesday. They have no idea. They come home, they're hungry, and tired, I said, take a science test. We have the test ready for them. They're like, what? Yep, time starts now. And you can see the drop in scores, like 3-4 points drop right there, because they're not mentally focused. And that's exactly what's going to happen, right? After 4 hours. Yesterday, I could see during the review, so many were eating, and you guys had boxes of stuff. You won't get it in the real test. And you had water and actually allowed the water, but last time we didn't allow water. During the 4 hours, we didn't allow any water except during the 5 minutes break. So, due to pandemic, have become very nice. We used to actually make it either very cold in this room or very hot in this room you never know what's going to happen in the real test. One time it was 58 degrees, one time it was 82. Yeah.
Is that why the room was so cold yesterday?
Yeah, we cooled it because we knew it was going to turn hot. But we actually wanted to kind of surprise you guys with very cold temperatures.
I figured.
That's because one time it was 58 degrees and people was shivering and stuff. You never know. The ideal temperature was 72 there, but not all schools maintain that. So put yourself in different scenarios. So going back to science, taking the full practice test, and then taking the what you call stress science testing. Third, very important. When you take a test, and let's say you make 8 mistakes, what did you learn from that 8 questions? So let's say the answer was A, B, C, D. You picked C, answer was D. What students do? They go to and say, oh, D is answer, and they will wonder, okay, why the answer is D, and they move to the next question. You should spend on all 4 options and say why A was wrong, why B was wrong, why C was wrong, but I picked it when Y is D. So really spending time, and this is what we do for MCAT. So MCAT, we actually talk about a lot. So when you make a mistake, whether it's a silly mistake or something, we actually go back and review every multiple choice and wonder we give thought about why it is wrong. And when it's right, why it's right. So one thing I've seen in general, especially last 1 or 2 years, people are not spending time on wrong answers. Why this answer is wrong. So out of the 8, you really need to spend time on why you made those mistakes. So that's the third one. So really working on the mistakes, taking the practice test, and taking the full practice test. Last one, fourth one. How many tests you take matters. How many? If you take 2 or 3, it's not going to suffice because you're not covering every possible scenario. You understand what I'm saying? So there are 6 passages. You want to try at least, even if you do individual science tests, you should be doing at least 10. Because there is no content, right? You don't have to know any content. It's all data analytics. And but the answer is already there. And the kind of 5th one, which we have talked a lot, is selection of the passages. Remember selection of the passages? The first 2, I can't emphasize how damn important it is. Please make sure you do not forget that when the science test starts, you pick the first 2. And don't take 5 minutes for that. Take 45 seconds maximum, but boom, boom, boom. So what we were doing yesterday was when you guys were taking science tests, we were looking at the body language. I've seen some students were sitting like this, some were like this. That shows what you're thinking. When I was taking tests, I was like this, like ready to go, like a get, set, go, like a track and field. Your body language is what your brain is looking into. So don't cozy it up and say, and I know, especially your group, it was not even 35 minutes, like it was 2-minute warning. Almost everybody had put the pencils down and they were done with the test. I was in absolute shock that they were actually had this, and I think I'm going to pick Gannon on that one. Gannon was also sitting like this. Right, Gannon, remember?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I've been doing this for a long time, man. Trust me. You can't be doing that. Why not? Why not check for the questions? Till the last second, you need to be on it. Desperation is important. Got to be desperate. It's not a magic pill. You want it. Like today, I was not supposed to teach, okay? I was not supposed. Not, that was not because I taught 4 hours, but Maddie actually had a car accident last week. Remember Maddie? She had a car, and she doesn't. Have a car, and she's so. But as soon as I know that I was teaching this class, I had to come up with all these plans to how to address all these things. Last question. I want to take one more. Anything you want to ask? So I'm going to repeat this. If you're a junior, you got to study 2 hours starting today till Thursday. That's 10 hours minimum. Second, you badly want it. You want it. You want to have it. Sounds good? So good luck on Saturday. I feel the preparation has been pretty good this time. We have done more practice examples than ever before. I hope if you have done the homework, it's going to make a huge difference. I can tell you that one. So, I don't know if you guys realized, if you've done all the homework and all the review and everything, we have done 2,000 questions. Yeah, you guys didn't realize that. Our average is 4,000. The top students are at 12,000 questions. So, yeah, you have done 2,000 questions. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, I remember years back when I used to be only do this, like, and to only do ACT prep and not one-on-one. We used to do Saturday and Sunday testing. So we used to have 2 Saturday tests and 1 Sunday test, like 3 full practice tests in 2 days. And they used to hate me, trust me. So each test is 210 questions, right? So just in 1 weekend, we used to do 630 questions. And we did it for 5 weekends. Yep. So that itself was 4,000 questions. So yeah, that's how, we really pushed the envelope on ACT prep in the past. So we have kind of reduced because we had the attendance issue. People start dropping out, but gotta push it. All right. Could you guys open the orange book? And page number 532. Everybody need your calculators? You'll be doing question number 31 to 40. And I'm gonna giving you guys. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give full 10 minutes. Your time starts now. Time's up. All right, 31 to 40. I'm going to read out the answers. BHD, JEF, DGE, 40 is H. Questions?
37.
37, okay.
35.
35,
40.
40,
32.
32,
38.
38. Yeah,
34.
34, okay. All right. Yeah, yeah.
39.
Okay. Let's go. 40, you're going to do 41 to 50. So we're going to do the tough one, then we're going to go back to easy ones. So 41 to 50, you'll have 12 minutes time. Your time starts now. Time's up. Okay. Let's go through these questions first. Starting from 32. So one traffic light flashes 6, another flashes at 9. If they flash together and you begin counting seconds, how many seconds after they flash together, when will the next flash together? Okay. Well, 6 one would be, it'll flash 6, 12, 18, 24 seconds at a time, right? 9 would be 9, 18, 27. So at 18 seconds, they'll be both flashing together, which is called the least common multiple. So the least common multiple of 6 and 9 is 18. Okay? And now, stop me if you have any questions, okay? That's most important. Question number 34 is important, really important. And I've seen a lot of times this type of question. So they've given this angle as 105, so you're going to listen to me on this. So this is also going to be 105 vertical angles. So I'm going to call this angle as x. So this angle would be 75 minus x, and I'll tell you how we get this. Because the sum of angles add up to 180 in a triangle. So 180 minus 105 is 75 minus x, because this is another x here. So this angle is 75 minus x. So if this is x, angle P would be 180 minus x, because these are adjacent angles. If this is 75 minus x, Q would be 180 minus this angle, just like this one. So 180 minus 75 minus x would be Q. So the question is, what is P plus Q? 180 minus x. Q is 180 minus 75 minus x. 180 plus 180 is 360 minus x. Then I'm going to distribute negative 75 plus x. X and x cancels. 360 minus 75 is 285 degrees. You sure could have picked up a number here as well. You could have picked 30 degrees and done as well. And this, if this is, let's say 30 degrees, and you get some, you could do that as well. Okay? Because, but I just wanted to show you an algebraic way how to do this one. Okay? This is an important one, and I expect everybody to repeat this at home. Okay? 35. Well, 35 is a straight line. If you have a straight line, you can pick any point on the straight line as an ordered pair. So you're going to have infinite pairs, because the straight line keeps going on forever. If the line keeps going on forever, the ordered pair keeps going on forever. 37. So the question they're asking is, they've given 3 options. First one is 2, 7, and 12. Okay, look at this. 2, 7, and 12. So the sum of angles in a triangle is 180. So that's correct. Then is 4, 5, 10. So this is 4. 4 is same as 2. Vertical angles. 5 is same as 7. 10 is same as 12. So again it comes to the 180. Then 3, 8, and 11. 3, 8, 11. Well, there are many ways to do this. Already, this is an obtuse, right? This is almost obtuse, and this is obtuse. So we cannot keep 180. Or you could pick a number. Let's say if this was 50 degrees, and you could do each one and find out 3, 8, 11. That's what I did. I just double checked it. But just by looking at it, if 11 is obtuse, and this is obtuse, so you cannot be more than 180 degrees. But I'll be careful on that. Just be careful on that one. 38 is important. 34 and 38 are important. X squared minus y squared is 49. You know a squared minus b squared is a plus b times a minus b. Remember we did this. Difference of squares. A plus b times a minus b is equal to 49. They gave x minus 7 as x minus y as 7. So x plus y times 7 is equal to 49. Divided by 7 both sides. So x plus y is also a 7. So 34 and 38 are very important. 39. So when you have the same base and you're dividing them, whatever is the sign of the sign 3 here, positive 3, when it goes to the top, it becomes negative 3. So a raised to 6. Sounds good? If it was negative 3, it would have become 9 plus 3. when you have, if it was a multiplication problem, so let's say it was a raised to 9 times a raised to 3, then you add the exponents, 9 plus 3. Sounds good? This is the perimeter. So this is 10, this is 14, this is 7, this is 10. If this whole thing is 14, this is 10, this has to be 4. If this whole thing is 10, this is 7, this is 3. So 3, 4, and 5 becomes the Pythagorean. Then you add these 5 sides, perimeter is 48. Make sense? That's why they gave the dotted line, because it doesn't belong. Yeah?
So for 37, was the answer D?
37, yeah. Sounds good? Okay, now 41 to 50. DHA GDF CFC K.
What was 46 again?
F. Questions? Yes. 47. 45.
46.
46 is an important one.
48.
48.
44.
44 is an important one.
41.
41. Come.
Did someone already say 50?
No.
Okay, 50.
50. Okay. All right. So I have 41, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 50. What I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to do it on a piece of paper and put it in the GroupMe app. Okay. We're supposed to leave a little early today, actually. Okay. So, and we have to still tear on the classroom and stuff. So, whatever questions you have asked me, I'll be posting on the GroupMe app. Sounds good? By hopefully today or tomorrow, so that everybody gets to see every other thing. If you still don't understand, make sure to call me or text me separately. Don't put in the GroupMe at that time. Sounds good? Good luck for the test on 17th. I'll see you guys next week's Sunday for the 18th class. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.